And welcome to the Big T Show. We are back. We are back again. No technical difficulties. It's a Friday. You know what I mean? We're here for the weekend. You know, fucking end of the week, long week. You know, coming back from 9 days of sobriety. Not a hiccup. It's part of my job to taste the stuff on. I'm authentic. I gotta taste the stuff on THC TV. And we had a special guest this week, Jakey Botch and Kid Exquisite. Check them out. Fucking hilarious. We did like a little sketch thing afterwards. Leave a comment below. Thank you, Ray Montana and Morch checking in, telling us there was no sound.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Listen,
it happens to the best of them. It does. It really does.
Look, there's fucking live resin. Google that. See how much that's fucking worth. We're smoking that.
Yeah, we're back up to the screen. Let them see.
We're smoking gas around here. I just found 10 joints. You know, Reese has been with me plenty of times where in my mom's house.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's the only thing. You know, cleaning out a dresser drawer, finding a lot of money and a lot of other things too.
Yeah, just you never know what you find. I found 10 joints, and I think they're legit.
6 joints is light compared to what we used to find.
Yeah, it's super light. But thank you for Ray letting us know there was no sound. But we're potheads. I'm coming down my second day of sobriety. Like I was saying, well, you didn't hear what I said, so
just repeat it.
Yeah, I went in. And at this point, there's some psychological shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, I get triggered, I eat the edibles, and then it's like, let me try to outdo myself of how fat I can get. Like, I go to Breezy, then I'm like, know what? Fuck it, I'm driving to China New Star. It's not even a far ride. It's just a lot of people wouldn't aggressively go get Chinese food.
And this is after eating all the edibles?
Yeah, the blueberry tart. He does a lot of skits like, who got the Burks? He does like stuff like, look at the calf.
So he does like a meathead character?
Yeah, like a Staten Island juice. Who got the juice? You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at the calf to sock ratio. Like, he's big at the corduroy. He's not the corduroy Johnson. And like, we did a sketch / THC TV. And in honor of Percocet, I did a big blueberry tart, and it fucking was phenomenal. And like I said, I've been recording.
Why does blueberry tart go with Percocet?
It just looked like a big Percocet.
Oh, okay.
And the fuck was that? Oh, so we've been recording later in the day, so it's like I'm recording at dinner time. So now I'm having fucking medicated pie and ice cream for dinner, and that just sends off such a chain of fucking events of bad eating, and I don't know why I'm going into the deep end. I'm working out. I'm back on the juice. You know what I mean? The green juice. I'm doing my shots of wheatgrass, my fucking tall, like a lot of shit, ginger, and like it's like, yo, I shouldn't be doing this to myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why I'm having this self-destructive behavior. You know what I mean? Like,
so what did you get? What go down the list? What did you
ribs, lo mein combination, 2 egg rolls, wonton soup, dumplings.
This all gets finished in one sitting?
No, I ate a lot of it. Like, it was embarrassing. When I got in my car yesterday, there was like dried bits of pork, like
in the car?
Yeah, from the rice, and then like just crunchy noodles up by the shifter, fucking fries on the floor. And I just got a car wash, but I got the unlimited, so I went back there again. I'm like, hey, just clean the front. You don't need the Armor All's still shining. Like, no, just clean the front. I'm fucking embarrassed. And it's becoming a huge issue right now. And thank God I'm back off eating the edibles. Like, I don't know how people out there get a dozen edibles and then just not eat the whole fucking bag. You know what I mean? Like, well, my one friend does, who will be on the milligram challenge, maybe versus you. You know what I mean? He has a city job. Stay tuned. That's in a couple of weeks on THC TV with Big T. We're going to dose this man up with as much milligram as he can handle. And I can't wait for that. But
versus, I feel bad for him. He's going to go down. He's going down bad.
But stay tuned for that, Jakey Botch, Big T, Kid Exquisite. But I'm trying to, like yesterday I was just a bag of shit. I missed the open mic, no writing. Like, I had to drive to Whitestone in the morning, forgot about that. Like, I shouldn't have been driving. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, when you're still drunk.
Still had the resids.
Yeah, and fucking just coming home, I couldn't, you can't do nothing. It's another day gone. You can't make up, you know? But I feel better today, still a little out of it, smoking some weed. You know, I'm gonna bang the show out. Gambling. Listen, the big tits, big picks of the week. One fucking game again for over 6,000 in winnings. If you had $1,000 parlay, if you dropped a bomb like me, it would have been a lot more. the Ravens, the night game. But, what do I say on the Big T show? Hedging. What do you mean? I don't have a garden. No, asshole. And gambling. You take that night game.
Yeah, if you had the whole thing and the night game was the only game you didn't have yet to get the parlay to win, yeah, you definitely hedged that bet.
Yeah, the Patriots were plus 180. We'll call it 200. So now we had a $1,000 parlay that paid 61, and it was the last fucking leg. The last leg. You put, let's say you put 1,000, right? Let's say you put 1,000. So now you're guaranteeing yourself either 5,000 or 1,000. You know what I mean? You could do even a little more. You could put 1,500. Now you're guaranteeing yourself either like 2,500 or 4,000, which isn't a bad fucking week. And we would have guaranteed you money, but on the Big T show, it's the Big Tits, Big Picks of the week, and I think we're down 400 for the year now. If I remember correctly, it might have been up 1,400.
I think you're down now, yeah.
Something like that, but no, I'm not scared. I got a nice parlay. I'm gonna give it out later in the week, later in the show. We have lots of stuff to get into, and yeah, listen, I'm gonna get it. Like you said, maybe I should do one less team. Listen, with the parlays, you hit one big one, it's gonna buy me some time for a couple of weeks to get back on track and hit that big one. And I'm trying to end the year right and be like fucking 5 figures for you guys. You know what I mean? Or for myself, 4 figures, 4, 5. What's over 10,000? 6?
That would be 5.
Oh yeah, 5 figures. Yeah. But how you doing, Reese? Everything good?
Yeah, man. All good.
This lockdown gonna affect you? Work? Shit like that?
I don't know. I mean, I work for a Jewish company. They don't care. So.
Hey, listen, money don't stop. You know.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll stop work.
It's a little crazy. I feel for my people that are gonna be affected by it. But for me, it's gonna be business as usual. You know what I mean? I'm not really getting on stage that much. There's a lot of these outdoor shows, and I'm just
Maybe the clubs even opened up.
No, there's just a lot of rooftop shit. This place called the Tiny Cupboard in Bushwick. They do a lot of roof shows, park shows, but it's getting cold now.
I know. How are you gonna do it? Same thing with that's what I don't get too with these restaurants. On the street, they're putting enclosures on the the outdoor seating.
Yeah.
Just go fucking inside.
Yeah, no.
Just go inside.
It's all bullshit.
I think we might have talked about this last week.
Yeah, no.
But it's ridiculous.
It's all bullshit. And listen, I wanted to even do a show here.
How are they going to get, are these clubs even going to be able to stay open?
No.
You know what I mean?
Like we said last week, and we were supposed to have James here this week. Pontillo, funny ass motherfucking comic. He's been on a lot of shows recently.
Part of the RLA.
Yeah, the Retarded League.
Liberation Army.
Yeah, Retarded Liberation Army. But, yeah, listen, maybe I'm not supporting some of the shows. Maybe I'm not funny to these people. But me not having the option of, I was saying to myself, I'm like, why am I waiting for an establishment to ask me to have a show here locally? Because that's what I do. Someone asked me, we're going to check out Woods again. But it's just, I haven't stopped in to talk to him. Where we had the show on 4th of July, Keith Murray shut it down. But it's like, I don't drink anymore. You know what I mean? Like, a night out drinking for me could be in the thousands. You know what I mean? Like, by the time the cocaine's done, the drinking, the buying top just $20 drinks at a time, I'm finishing in one sip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, yo, what does it cost to pay the comics and the venue? I'll host the show here. I was gonna go around to whoever. Instead of waiting for them to ask me, I'll go. I'll pay the comics. I'm already in some places. I'm already paying the comics. I just want the stage time. I want this show. It's not a long-term solution or business plan. But you know what? I need the stage time. You know what I mean? Like eventually, when I'm over here spending a couple of $100 to pay comics, come down and have a show, and that's me going out. I don't go out anymore. That's going having a good time.
Yeah.
I can't even do that now because these places are closing down. Like I wasn't gonna wait for them to ask me. I was just gonna do it myself, and every month, every 2 months, host my own fucking show. You know what I mean? Like fuck it. Why wait? Why ask to get paid? You know what I mean? Like build the brand, invest in yourself, and I can't even do that. So I might even have one here. Fuck it. I don't want, like I said on my cooking show, I don't want people farting in my couch cushions. That's one of my fucking pet peeves because where does it go? It just seeps back out? No, it gets in the fucking cushion, so when you plop down, you get a whiff of it. You know what I mean? And I don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, listen, but I want to have a show.
That's the biggest fear.
Something, spiders and then that. But then, like, it's like, I'm going to have, because I got the stairs, that'll be the stage, people in the kitchen, people on the couch, maybe 20, 30 people. Then maybe have one of my chef's friends do the fucking, the cooking. I wanted to do something right after Thanksgiving, like a happy Thanksgiving, you know, give back, free comedy show. But like, is it worth the chance? You know, like I'm not worried about the 10 rule. I'm not worried about fucking Cuomo and all that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm worried about people falling in my couch. That's what's important to me, not someone knocking on my door. I just won't answer. Like, it's the sheriff. Like, all right, kick it down, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Who even let you up here anyway?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, he can suck
I
my.
don't think they're gonna enforce fucking rules like that.
It's just stupid,
really
man.
impossible.
It's just fucking stupid. But yeah, I feel a little better. Like I said, it's just to come down from all those edibles. Like, I know it doesn't affect you, but like sometimes I'm giving it to people that I know are sort of amateurs and half my size, and like I really just want to sit down with them the next day. Like, yo, so what happened? How'd you feel? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and have them just break it down. Like, yo, man, like I thought you were Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? Like, why'd you do this to me? And yo, and I said, I've been like I always joke, call me the white Mr. Huxtable, white Honky Huxtable, whatever I call myself.
Phil Cosby.
Yeah, Phil Cosby. Phil Cosby. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I come, like, it helps me sleep. You know what I mean? I fucking slept like a motherfucker. I haven't been sleeping. And then my butt hurts for a couple of days from the amount of food my ass has to process going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Because I'm manuring. That's how much food I'm eating. So I'm Cosbying myself. I'm going to sleep and my ass hurts. You know what I mean? Like, just from eating so much fucking food. So I gotta do this. I gotta get Mr. Cosby away. Stop fucking Huxtable myself. Like I said, man, I don't know, man. That always seemed like a fake show. I like Fat Albert. But then, like, growing up in Brooklyn on, like, Kings Highway and Flatbush, it's like I'm watching this on TV. I'm like, this is not Brooklyn. You know what I mean? This kid's spitting at my mom, calling my mom the N-word. And, like, that's Brooklyn. I have UK and Flatbush. You know what I mean? That's why I went to school the first couple of years of my life. And I'm like, I'm watching this guy on TV with the shirt. And, like, I'm like, what part of Brooklyn is this guy from? You know, maybe, like,
he's got those Coogee sweaters on.
Yeah, like, maybe the Brooklyn now. Like, I mean, like, the show was ahead of its time. They predicted Brooklyn was going to be like that in years to come. Like, I don't know. That wasn't the Brooklyn I saw, you know? But, shout out to Bill. No, shout out to Bill Cosby. Well, no, they did make good pudding pops. I don't know if they're putting trans fat in there, but, like, they're not the same now. You know, like, you take them out.
Jello pudding pop?
Yeah, there would be, like, a thin layer of ice on the outside that held it together. You know what I mean? Before it started melting. Oh, they're like, Mom, why buy the variety pack? No one's eating that whack-ass vanilla shit. You eat that vanilla shit?
Nah, I'm not eating that
Fuck
shit.
that. But, we were talking about farting in my couch and shit. I was reading, and then I mentioned it to you in the show notes. What's this shit called? It starts with a P? Perianal? Perianal? Perianal?
Perennial?
Perennial? Something. It's this new age shit that these new age motherfuckers...
It's some weird ass shit.
They sit on a cliff and they kneel down and they open their ass cheeks, and allegedly getting suntan on your butthole is actually good for you.
Well, I've been doing some research.
And what they say, oh,
yeah.
So
the health benefits.
You've been reading. I think you went sitting on the beach with your ass out.
Nah, my ass has not been spread. But they're saying it's like the same thing as like if you believe in like crystals. You know, like your energy will be changed, your aura will be better, and bullshit like that. You know?
Yeah. Most of the time, I hear the crystal shit.
Like your magnetism will be better. You hang your asshole to help your magnetism.
I always feel like
What
it's like
does that mean?
when pertaining to the crystals, I always feel like it's like this. They say, oh, well, you know, my ex is into crystals, or my crazy uncle. Like, it's always like my ex. Like
Yeah, they're like, oh, I had this dream where like I really liked this like girl, like you know, and she was like a little fat, but like no, dude, you just like a fat chick. Just admit it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't say it was any dream. No, this is just your thoughts. Or yeah, they say, oh, my friend likes this girl. What should I do? How should I hook him up? Like, no, it's you. It's you.
Yeah. I had a dream that I was drinking a hard seltzer. And I don't drink, you know. And then after that, I washed my favorite mix
seltzer with an arm.
Yeah, the seltzer can't have out an erection. It was weird. That didn't wake me up. It made me feel weird in my dream, and I don't dream. And then I washed my favorite Nick hoodie with the Mitchell & Ness, and I washed it instead of dry cleaning, and it messed up the fucking Nick logo. And I woke up in like a panic. Now I'm breaking my real sobriety of not drinking, which. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about me just eating and all this other shit. It's like, thank God I'm not drinking no more. Like, that's what I was doing with drinking and the Coke. You know what I mean? Like now it's sugar, which probably it might even be bad for you. You know what I mean? Like as much sugar as I'm consuming.
So instead of your intake of alcohol, it's an intake of sugar.
I don't know what it is. It might be as bad. How much I eat when I go on these fucking deep ends, like it might be as bad as
just drinking and going on fucking
and doing all that fucking coke, you know. But these buttholes. I read about it that it's popped up again recently. Like I haven't been talking about it, but allegedly it's good for your immune system.
I mean, if you want to believe that.
Like, I don't even know how I would do that. My butt cheek doesn't just
open. You would have to lay on your stomach and spread your ass and lay down with your ass.
Well, put like a fucking twig to hold my cheeks open.
Yeah, one of those like cranks, you know, and like a vice just to open it up. Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, fuck, man. What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, just it's weird shit. These fucking hipsters, I guess they'll do anything, you know. I don't.
It's that like really 1% freak group that always has to top themselves. So it's like, you know, fully tan, but like, yeah, well, did you get your asshole tan? You know what I mean? They're like, yo, check it out.
Like, wouldn't that hurt? Like, who are you gonna get to fucking rub lotion on?
I was gonna say, if you get that shit burnt and try taking a shit with your asshole burnt, that cannot feel good.
And then, like, if you're 69 and a girl that tans her asshole, like, you'd be sitting there, like, you want to eat her ass, but it's like, it looks a little dark. Like, maybe she's using it a lot lately. You know what I mean? Like, that sunburn, or she eats a lot, she uses the fucking shithole a lot. I don't know. Like, it might deter me, like, oh, tan asshole, or used a lot asshole. Like, could be very similar. I don't know. But, what else was on my mind this week? Listen, I went in last week and it was a two-way street, but when I reposted the clip on Instagram, there was a lot of men and like, yeah, damn right, talking about the women that picked the bad avocado and stuff. There was a lot of like, no, I'm not here for just the men. This is a two-way street. Men are bad, women are bad. Like
no, if you listen to the podcast, that's what we said.
Yeah,
we said there's bad players on both teams.
But on Instagram,
we couldn't stress that enough. It's not a one-way street. We said it's a two-way street. Bad players on both sides, but you know, people hear what they want to hear.
And then like they put the Instagram thing like, yeah, say it, preach, Tom. Like like a lot of men, or maybe like a handful of girls liked it, but it's like, you know what? A lot of people that didn't like it, maybe they're in a relationship, or maybe they feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe someone maybe struck deep with someone, and
I was trying
to. He's right, and I can't even comment because
I was trying to stop posting shit like that. You know what I mean? Like. And we also talked about a bunch of shit and just listen. I'm in a relationship, you know what I mean? Like, so I would say this thing as if I wasn't in a fucking relationship. It's really how I feel. But I was thinking about something. My friend was telling me a story about seeing a girl, and I dealt with it before. Prude single mothers. Like, I know it can go either way. It can go either, hey, she doesn't want to have another kid, or you know what I mean? She learned her lesson, which I highly doubt. You know what I mean? Like,
it could be the case. Why not? You know.
Or like what? Like yo, you obviously have premarital sex. You like sex. You have a fucking kid. Like why would you not give it up? My friend he like went on multiple dates. Like yo,
that's probably it though. The kid is probably what did it to her. Changed her life. She was probably a girl that went out, had fun. Now she can't do shit.
Yeah, but be a prude about it. Like
maybe it just totally turned her off to it.
Listen, if you're willing to...
I'm just throwing it out there and playing the devil's advocate. I'm not saying that is the case.
My friend was telling me that...
It's different strokes for different folks, but, you know.
Yeah, and they showed me the picture. The girl's hot. You know what I mean? And
so she can get dick if she wants it.
No, the lady's daughter. No, okay. It's a son. But, I don't know, man. Like, if you're willing to not take on, but it's a huge thing. Like when you want to make the guy happy right away, like suck his dick, like if that was me, I'm like, listen, I know it's gonna be much. I love my kid. I made these maybe not mistakes, maybe it was meant to be. I don't know, but it's like if I was the girl, I'm like, you know what? I know I have this baggage. I have baggage. You know what I mean? Like I know I bring a lot of shit to the table. You know what I mean? Like, no job, no hair, I'm fat, and everything else. And it's like I don't treat girls special because I'm fat and all that stuff, but if I was a girl who had a kid and it's like, yo, it's baggage to some guys, you know? Like, I'm like, hey, I like this guy. I want to fucking suck him until he's happy, fuck him until he comes, like, keep him around. You know what I mean? Like, not give it up. Like, I never understood that.
Look,
I hate that. Any girl, single or a single mom
I
or
know
not.
somebody who was one of my brother's friends who actually had a kid with a girl and then totally just fucking bounced. And, you know, it's crazy. Like, the bitch is crazy. I'm almost convinced that, like, maybe that was her fucking plan. Like, she was just wants to get a kid out of a guy and then live her life on her own with, like, have a kid, you know what I mean, and raise a kid on her own. And like, fuck men. You know, maybe she actually doesn't like men, but use the dude to have the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I helped this girl move from UPS. She was so fucking hot. She had 3 kids by 3 different dudes, and like, I helped her move, thinking I was gonna like fuck her over a box of
the female Antonio Cromartie?
I pictured like me, I was living at my aunt's on the floor, I just started UPS, she was so hot, like, she had the tattoos on her tits like Eve, and I'm like picturing me like just fucking her in the storage unit, you know what I mean? Like, I think Storage Wars just started, so I was like thinking about that, and like, we're sitting there like in the Checkers parking lot after we left the storage facility, she's like, you know, I planned on 3 different guys, and that's what I planned, like, in my head, I'm like, yo, you're really making my heart on go away by saying that you planned this. You didn't fucking plan it, you know?
No way she planned it.
I also planned to, we were always like, I was going to sell my sperm, she was going to sell her eggs. Like, I was looking for get quick schemes. Like, that's when I drove the escort for money. And I was like, yo, I go, how about this? What if I sexually harass you, you get a big lawsuit from UPS, I get fired, and then you give me half. But there's too many loopholes of me losing my job and her being a millionaire, or getting a settlement, or you know what I mean.
Like,
Like,
never seeing you ever again.
yeah, but I remember that, like, because I'm still thinking it's a fantasy of, hey, I'm gonna help her move. I'm definitely gonna bang her at the storage facility, and us eating Checkers. First time having Checkers in the parking lot, and she was like,
How was it?
ah,
Cheap, right? You
Yeah.
expect it to be better, and it's just like
yeah.
fucking McDonald's, basically.
And she was just like, you know, I planned having 3 kids, and that's hard to believe. You know what I mean? Like,
Nobody goes out and says they want to be a junkie.
but it's just, it doesn't. You don't even have to be a single mom. It's just this was a particular incident that my friend was like complaining about, and it's like, yo, like even a regular girl not giving it up. Like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why not? You know what I mean? Don't you want to have control over the guy? Yeah, if he doesn't ever call you again, alright. So then you realize you had a jerk off that you let fuck. But imagine like you met the man of your life and after he wanted to have sex with you, he really liked you and you didn't, and he's gone.
He was gonna treat you really well.
Yeah, like,
You know, and all you gotta do is just give up a little puss.
yeah. And imagine you were like good.
Which not asking much.
And imagine if you were good at your craft and you sucked a mean dick. You know what I mean? Like, that'll keep a motherfucker coming around.
He'll be calling every day.
Yeah, you can block him or call you from a fucking private number if that's that good.
Yeah, he'll be there.
You know what I mean? Like,
He's showing up at work.
yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking, yeah, that's something I was fucking just thinking about. For whatever reason, I was also thinking about, one of our co-hosts. We were gonna have James on this week. We got a flat tire. Shout out to James Pontill. Did I mention that earlier? It was
I don't know. It could have been the show that we had to like cut out.
Yeah.
So we can always repeat it again. I know what happened. He actually had a flat tire. That's why he couldn't make it.
Yeah, we were gonna have him on, but I was also thinking of the other co-host, Mateo, who loves watching gift porn. You know what I mean? Like,
It's very strange.
that's what he gets off to, and I was super
So
high.
he doesn't really put on like even like the porn hubs aren't like full porns, you know what I mean? But you
Yeah.
get like it's 10 minutes of the good parts. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But you're still getting 10 minutes of good shit. You know? So it's when you're telling me he's even getting less of that.
Yeah, it's just like a Bukkake film over and
It's
over.
really
again.
so basically it's like 2 seconds. So
It just keeps watching it on like a rerun.
like different ones or the same one?
Same one on repeat over and over again. And I'm thinking about it.
How does that-
I'm like,
yeah.
porn is like fake sex because it's you want sex but you can't, so you have porn. He's watching a GIF, which is 2 seconds of porn, which is fake sex anyway. So it's like not even real sex squared. You know what I mean? Like, I was high
Fake
as
sex multiplier.
I was high as shit.
Right, it's really bizarre.
Yesterday, for some reason, thinking about Mateo's fucking whacking habits. Like, I don't know why.
Thinking of his whacking habits while you were jerking off?
Nah, listen. The streak is still in check at the new place. You know what I mean? Like, fucking. Listen, I don't bash women. I call it how I see it. You know what I mean? But when you get a good woman, and this is unheralded. Not jerking off is fun. You know what I mean? I had relationships with Rachel
Damn,
Starr, Sasha Grey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I look forward to seeing these girls and their pussies when I jerked off, but I don't do it no more because I have a girl that takes care of me. No.
I look forward to my nights with Romy right now.
I even wrote something on some Rachel Starr thing. I think I was high like last week. I was like, yeah, I spent many mornings coming with you. Something about like still being up and just chasing a nut on coke. I spent many mornings doing blow and drinking with you. Something about jerking off and to her.
Hours.
Yeah, like 3 hours. I'm lucky. Oh man. But another people that grind my gears, and I know it's petty. I always go back to a lot of social media stuff. Like, hey, like you didn't like my picture. Like, no, it's not like 12-year-old kid shit. It's like, like if you're supporting me, why wouldn't you like it? Something like along those lines. But like, not even talking about that. Just how I was referencing the social media. Like this, is how you gauge and you go forward with shit. And like, what's up with these like grown ass people that put blurry pictures on Instagram? Like, you see it's clearly a shit picture. You know what I mean? It's not a good picture.
It's like it was taken with a fucking flip phone.
But no, just like they're moving or they move the.
I'm just saying that just because somebody sent me a video recently. And dude, I don't know what it is. You ever get like one of them, like on your iPhone, and you get like a video and it pops up and literally the icon for it, it's like this fucking big.
It's like super small.
So you're like, what the fuck is this thing? You can't like click, then you finally get on it, and it's just shit. It's like, who the fuck
that's from a flip,
this?
That's from a flip phone?
Well, I don't know how it happens because I'm assuming I know my brother doesn't have a flip phone. He sent me something that I was like, my response was like, "Would you fucking take this from a flip phone?" Because literally, it was a piece of shit.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's a picture. Let's say you're out on a date.
How's it that bad?
Like, that's along those lines. Like, so imagine taking that video. Like, you know what? I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna open an app. I'm gonna hit certain buttons. I'm gonna type a caption so people can see this nice blurry video or this blurry picture. Yeah, I know the intent was there. Like, we're out on a date. We're in front of the World Trade Center or Verrazano Bridge, whatever fucking picture you take. And if it's blurry, you had your shot. You didn't get a good shot.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah,
it didn't work out. Sorry, it didn't work out.
I don't want to see your blurry ass picture.
Nah, I agree with you.
It looks stupid.
It's a reflection on you, and like, it's either your ignorance or you're just like not giving a fuck. You know, like you don't give a fuck about us. We're the ones who have to see that pic, and now you're forcing me to like a pic that is shit. So fuck you for that.
So Paul, you want to show me that you had Italy or whatever, you went at some restaurant, but it's blurry. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see that fucking rigatoni. You fucking retards. That shit bothers the shit out of me. And like, I know your kid scored a soccer goal, but it's blurry. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you can fucking grab a drink or something. Stop shaking, you fucking asshole. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. Well, listen, I want to get into it. I never have a rhyme or a reason when I get into the big tits, big picks of the week. But with finally in the negative, Reese. Finally in the negative, I went, 4 out of 5 last week?
Mm-hmm. You said the Ravens, so maybe you should cut down a bit.
4 out of 5. The night game fucked me. But listen.
Did you hedge though? You talked about hedging. Did you hedge? Were you a man of your word and hedged?
Yeah, no, I did hedge because I put in. Someone came by, they had an account, and I put more action in. So I had, and that parlay. I think I might. I know what I did again. I deviated from the fucking plan, and this is gambling. This is life. This is a lot of things. You know, don't deviate from the plan. Like, I was listening to some podcast with Joe Rogan, and there was like some doctor on, and like your digestive tract is in your body, but it's not really in your body. It goes from like your mouth to your butthole. And like, I know it's technically inside your body, but that's pretty much encased. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's, I almost said sliced open, it's not in your body, it's going through your body. If that makes any sense? And that's why your gut is like...
It's still technically in your body.
Yeah, I know, but it's like your gut is connected to your brain. So when they say you have a gut instinct, it's legit. You know what I mean? And usually your first thing, your first plan is the right one. You know what I mean? Because your gut is telling your brain...
Yeah. Always go with your first choice.
Yeah, and I deviated from the plan, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I like the Eagles this week, and I added the Eagles to the parlay. So I did hedge, but I hedged small because I just put a small bet in after the Eagles beat me earlier. But I still had the other picks I had plus the Ravens, and I deviated from the plan. I added the Eagles, and I fucked up. Even though the Ravens fucked me, it would have been a nice parlay to hedge and guarantee yourself money, which I teach people all the time. And listen, I'm minus 400 for the year. That seems like a lot, but you know what? I could have been down 9,000. Was it week 9? Week 10? I could be down 10,000. But you know what? I like my picks this week, and I'm not deviating from the plan, even though I'm leaning back on the Vikings. Some reason the Cowboys are scaring me this week. But my original plan when I was in the car with O'Neal, this is the parlay I came up with. Steelers money line first half, Dolphins money line, Vikings money line for the game, and Chiefs money line first half. 1,000 pays 270, 2270, 2,700. I'm fucking pretty high. That's a good joint to find. And listen, I these fucking picks. A couple of road games, but also I love that Chiefs game. If you take one game this weekend, try to get it down to -7, or take them first half because they beat them last time, and I had them in a huge parlay, huge, fucking -550. All they had to do was win. That's how much of a favorite they were, like 11-point favorite, and the Raiders beat them, and then the Raiders proceeded to ride around the park a lot, celebrating on their bus. Andy Reid knows this. The Chiefs know this. Those boys are gonna come out firing. I love the Chiefs this week. Huge. And off a bye, check Andy Reid's stats. Like 13-1. Some fucking absurd number.
Yeah, he does have an insane record.
So listen, the big tits, big picks of the week go as follows. Steelers first half, Chiefs money line first half, Vikings and Dolphins money line for the game. And the Vikings one scares me. And I'm also looking at the Chargers and maybe bringing on FanDuel, you have the alternate spread, bring up the Packers and the Falcons to like +9.5, +10. And those are the other ones. Bring down the Chargers. I really like the Chargers. But those are my picks. Trying to win you some money. We're down on the year, but I ain't worried, man. We're going to win back. You win one parlay, two parlays. Next thing you know, you're in the, I don't even know, red, black. What about green? How about we're in the green? You know, we're going to be winning. Big tits, big picks of the week. Let's fucking go, Reese. No, I noticed the other day I was running around town returning videotapes, and I'm at the light, and it was shitty weather out. And on one side of the street, there's a bus stop. You know, at the bus stop. An
actual
bus stop, not just the stop where the bus stops.
Like you could a little overhang.
Yeah. And that heads uptown and towards the more affluential part of Rockaway.
Towards Bell Harbor.
Yeah.
Ponset.
Then I look at the other side of the street, the bus stop with no overhang, just a fucking pole with a sign. No rain, no sleet, no snow. Who cares? You don't have a car. Deal with it. Heads down to the non-affluential part of Rockaway. And I'm like, is this some undercover, like the blatant, like in public racist shit? You know what I mean? Like,
see, now you're noticing this systemic racism.
Yes. And it goes back all the way to Maya Angelou, Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? Like, and no one's even more messed up. Like, the amount of distance to the end of that route on the affluential side with the bus stop is very short. It's 5 minutes maybe. And then you have the whole peninsula of Rockaway on the side with no bus stops. Like, yo, I wanted you to hear it first about this incidental racism. What is it called? Systemic racism that is going on in our community. And I picked up on it. I see it, man. Now I see it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I didn't see that, but now I see it, you know? You're going to notice it too. Watch. The systemic racism at the bus stop. Just because you're not getting at the back of the bus doesn't mean there's not still racism on the bus. You know what I mean? Like out in the rain and the cold. You know what I mean? Like
that's a damn shame.
Fucking heaters and free drinks on the other side. Oh, man. Another one.
Those are some decent joints you found in your closet.
Yeah, no, they're tasty, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Shout out to me, 10 joints on a Friday. I was about to roll them. I'm looking for the tube to put them in, and I found 10. I was like, all right, no work for me. There's another thing. My friend told me to stop by during the week, and it looked like his mom was home. Like, it looked like it was a pumping house. I just thought it was him. He's like, I just park, come right in. Which always messes me up. You know what I mean? Like, you just walk right into someone's house. And it goes back to UPS, where, like, if I'm delivering a package, like, a kid would come to the door, like, yo, Ma, you decent? Or, like, the scream back into the house, hey, you decent? So I'm going up to the kid's house. He, like, stopped me by the door. He goes, Mom, are you decent? You ever hear this?
It goes back. Yeah, I kind of know what you're saying. Like, yeah, you good? Like, you know?
Like, they'll scream back, like, yo, you decent? I'm like, hold on. So your mom walks around not decent? Like, why don't you invite me over for dinner? Your mom's hot. She has nice tits. Oh, so she walks around not decent. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that is.
Yo, it used to happen for UPS. It would get me a little horny. I'm like, all right, so this lady's walking around with her 8-year-old butt naked or in a bra and panties. Like, yo, you decent? Like
I'm just trying to come up with something. Maybe she just got out of the shower and... you know, the shower is not, and like she still has to get from the bathroom to the bedroom. So I want to make sure that was done.
I don't know, man.
I came up with something though.
It's, are you decent? Like, are you decent? Like, that's traumatic. Kids, what do you think? There's sexual deviants out there.
Alright. I don't know. Maybe the woman hates to be seen not like fully like dressed and all that, so she's like, yo, if somebody comes to the door, make sure that like I'm not like in my pajamas or something like that. Makes sense.
This girl I used to see, she would always say like, oh wait up, don't let your friends come here yet. I'm like, you're dressed. She goes, I don't have a bra on. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Like, doesn't you think the bra's gonna hide your tits? They can see your tits. They actually perk them up even more. Like put the.
So you know what we're talking about now.
Put the blanket. No. That's just a weird. Are you decent? I'm talking like they were talking like their mom's walking around in a thong, like getting.
I don't think that's the case.
Getting something out of the bottom drawer of the fucking fridge.
I don't think that's the case, man.
What is
walking around in a thong with a sun there? Like that just seems weird.
Motherfucker, it is weird. Are you decent? Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Oh, man. Moving right along. Got my notes. Like, you always used to tell me with Burger and the dog. Sometimes they're good notes. Sometimes they're like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Stops. Are you decent? Last week I got on people that, you know, it could be girls, guys, about, like I said, picking the wrong avocado. And another thing I've been seeing a lot of, because it's a very prideful time in history, you know? Whatever, except for being everyone but white people are proud to be what they are. You know what I mean? And more power to you, you should be. It's who you are. You know, like, we can't change who we are. You know what I mean?
I'm not ashamed.
But I've been seeing more and more, and it's like, alright, be prideful, be very ethnical, or whatever the fuck the word is, your religion, your heritage. But then, like, these people bash, like bashing other people that's not their heritage. You know what I mean? Like,
it's called racism.
Yeah, but like I see, like, it's coming more out as pridefulness, I guess. And it's like, then I go and see them either tag it or interacting with someone else. You know what I mean? It's like when you were a kid, it's like, you have a brother. It's like, hey, Chris, tell your mom to suck my dick. Oh, not your mom. Like, no, you're related. I can't just say not your mom, but tell your mom to suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like, remember that? Yes. As a kid, I had a brother, people were like, oh, sure, your mom's gonna suck my dick. Not your mom, Tom. Because you know, I'll kick your ass. You know what I mean? Like,
is my mom.
Yeah, like, those people you hate, that person, let's say it's a white person, like, that person's cool to you. But you said you hate those people. Like, yeah, that's not pridefulness. It sounds like stupid ignorance to me. You know what I mean? Like
fraud, basically.
Listen, because nothing's 100%. That's why I'm not Democrat, Republican, whatever that bullshit is. Because how could you, unless they're 100% on something, how could you get it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Even if you had 80%.
There's no way that you think every Republican thing that down the line, and there's not one thing on the left that you like can't agree with. Like there's definitely something on the left you agree with.
Yeah, like and like white, even white
Vice
supremacists.
versa. People
Like-
on the left, there's gotta be things on the right.
Let me talk about.
I know it's the case for me. Both sides. There's issues on both sides. I'm
Of
like,
course.
yeah, they're right here. Then these people are right here.
And know what? Let me talk about something I know about. I mean, white supremacy, like, because I'm white, not the white supremacy part, but like, I don't want to speak out of term talking about other people and Jewish people, this person that hate other people, but then they're friends with them. But like, let's say a white supremacist, like, if you're true to your game, you go to Burger King, the cashier is Puerto Rican or black, whatever bothers you, go home, leave. Don't just settle for partial racism. Like, go all in. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be prideful for your race and this, and there's people out there that are just that. But then I see it's the pridefulness and then the comments and the stuff that are bashing a lot of times white people, and it's like, yo, but then you're friends with other. Oh, but they're cool. Like, no, that's an asterisk of bullshit in your game. Like, you're losing credibility, like, for a good cause. You know what I mean? Like, and if you're a white supremacist, don't, like, in the South, interracial porn's like the highest rated thing. You know what I mean? You think it was stepsisters and shit, but it's like something that you don't, it's like taboo to you or don't want, but then you want it when you're in your room whacking off. You know what I mean? It's like, be 100%, not be racist. You know what I mean? But if you are, be 100%. You know what I mean? If you hate someone or hate something, don't be fucking Wednesdays you like white people, Thursdays you don't. Hate them all fucking week. The world will be a better place. Not with more racism, but more consistency. You know what I mean? Then we can maybe like...
At least we know what people stand.
Yeah, like, and I always used to say that about like people with the guy Trump. It's like, oh, he's a racist. Like, wouldn't you want to know that someone's a racist? You know what I mean? Like, what like imagine girls are a little more honest with you. Like, yeah, you know, I got genital herpes. Or I got genital warts. And now you have time to think. Like, yeah, all right, it's worth a shot.
Well, I'm gonna risk this.
I never been with a Dominican girl before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna fucking do this. I don't care. You know what I mean? Instead of afterwards or a week later, you find out you got fucking warts on your dick. She was a little
and then
more.
you regret it. You're like, yo, that night, you're like, yo, it was dope. Yep, a week later, you're like, fuck,
Like,
should've done that one.
If someone's a filthy animal, wouldn't you want to know that they're an animal?
100%.
You know what I mean? If someone's a racist, wouldn't you want to know that?
And then all of a sudden, you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, now I got braille on my dick.
Like, yeah, at least they wrote a new avoid. You're like, well, it's my own fault.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a little more transparency. Like, oh, that person's racist. Oh, good. Now you can either deal with them or not deal with
Yeah,
them.
and then you can turn around, walk away, and not have to fucking help them.
You know what I mean? It's like you're taking the girl home. She's like, hey, by the way, I have HPV and I hate the Jews. Like, all right. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. I'm not taking someone home that hates. Oh, Jason Shannon, my man, checking in. Always, from back in the day, his brother Jeremy, just great people. People we grew up with. You need a fucking mortgage, anything, housing, check out Jason Shannon. Thank you for checking in, brother. And everyone that's checking in. But yeah, that shit just bothers me, Reese. Like that shit last week, like I was saying with the women. It's like, yeah, I'm all about pridefulness. Do what you want, and I support people. I like their posts, but you're losing me when you're going over the line. And, like, all these, whoever's bad, Puerto Ricans, white people, Indians, whatever it is, and then I see you playing with those people or friendly with them. Like, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You're a fucking jerk off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking.
That is definition of fraud, bro.
Yeah, it just fucking. It goes along with the fuckery in this world. You know what I mean? Like, just like you're ruining a good cause. Prideful, ethnical.
That's what we get from our politicians, too.
Oh man. What the hell? I was talking to someone Saturday, and this is my notes from Saturday. Talking about I used to deliver Chinese food. I delivered everything: pizza, Chinese food, weed, and on the peninsula, there's 3 blocks, right? The peninsula's land surrounded by water, not an island. So you get to the end, Breezy Point, it's the end, it's the tip, you know? So the last block, I think, is 222nd. And it's only odd numbers, because the other side, where there's no houses, would be the even numbers. So I worked at this delivery place, Chinese food place, and I ordered like $100 worth of food, happy family, fucking everything. We used to love drinking, just getting high, and fucking ordered a bunch of Chinese food for some reason. So I ordered a chicken and broccoli to my place, which is before the last block. So I told them, call me when you're on your way. So I knew they were on their way. So as they called me, 5 minutes later, my boy went to the parking lot because my mom lives on Oceanside. You know where she lives. It's not near a close park. It's a little bit of a walk, but she lives close to the water. So fucking my friend ran around like this. He ran to a house, gets to the parking lot. The guy's sitting there talking to me. I know the delivery guys, like the manager, delivery guy. And he's like, I'm like, why is he sitting here talking to me? You know what I mean? Like, as of bullshit, I'm drinking, like I'm smoking. I think maybe he wanted to smoke. And then all of a sudden, my friend who had my beeper, I was beeping him when he was supposed to leave. He comes walking up with this box of fucking Chinese food. And he goes, hey, what are you doing? And he threw it down and ran away. I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on with that guy. He has a drug problem. He's not doing well lately. And I'm planning on stealing $100 worth of Chinese food was thwarted. I didn't get in trouble because I just looked like I ordered a chicken and broccoli combination. But yeah, that's what I was doing when I was delivering Chinese food as my nose is running. But the owner of the place was a cop, and I would borrow my dad's analog phone, and I would put my North Face there. They made you wear like a sweatshirt from the company's name, and I'm in and out of the car. You're not standing out there too long. I would keep all the ecstasy in my jacket, like 3 feet away from the cop. And then when I would get a call, I'd go back in there, act like I was getting something out of my pocket, and then go make deliveries. And it was like right under the nose of a cop, like 3 feet away from my operation. I'm fucking retarded. That weed is good.
In plain sight, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Like, and that was his thing, always wear the sweatshirt. I'm like, all right, I'll take my jacket off and I'll drive around with all these ecstasy pills. Oh, man. Yeah, I just had a couple other things. We had the big picks of the week, the Chinese food that, I don't know, some reason was in my notes. It came up when I was talking, so I doing a review. And I just have some other shit about spouses that kill their spouses. That goes along with. No, it's just stupid. Like, get away from them. Like, why kill them? You know, you're gonna ruin your life. Yeah, obviously kill them, but like, you're gonna ruin your life also. It just doesn't make. We had Halle Berry orgasm at 11.
Yeah, what's going on with them? What's that story again?
She was saying she was having orgasms when she was 11. That seems a little bit young.
Like, she's having sex at 11?
I didn't read the whole article.
Or is she masturbating? What are we talking about here?
No, I didn't even think I needed to read it just for those facts, but you're right. But I remember, like, I used to watch USA Up All Night at Gilbert Godfrey and Elvira, and they were playing, like,
sick show.
Like, yo, as a kid, Elvira with the tits out.
I do love Elvira.
And Gilbert Godfrey as a kid, it wasn't that annoying. It was like, who is this guy? And, like, they were playing, like, C- movies, but it was like softcore porn up all night, and like I remember just getting hard and not even knowing what was going on, just laying on my stomach, like trying to push it down on the floor, because like my dad was sleeping on the couch, and I was like, what the hell is this thing? And then on the middle of
some good memories right there.
On this Jack LaLanne, Elvira, Jack LaLanne, my Uncle Billy, R.I.P., he friend of the show. In the middle of this Jack LaLanne exercise video, it went from like her jumping with the spandex thing, which was hot in itself, and went to Deep Throat, this fucking classic that years later I was searching, like when I finally started jerking off, looking for this thing. I got in trouble for showing my brother Louis Montella. I think Louis told on me. Like, yeah, so that just started a whole thing of what they had to deal with as a friend of our family going forward, that this is what I was going to be doing, shit like this around your family and kids. But we're still friends to this day.
Showing all the kids Deep Throat.
And, I was also going to get to the subway. There are a lot of mental people out there pushing people on the subway. That's a new thing.
Yeah, it seems to be a trend lately.
But I don't feel like talking about that. It sounds like depressing. It's a Friday. We got it in, Reese. We touched on some subjects. I'm still a little fucking out of it. I have, like, yesterday, like, I had that, like, Mary Buttafuoco draw. Why'd you do this to me, Joey? Like,
not my Joey.
yeah, it's like me, like, why did I eat all these edibles, Tommy? Like, I shot myself in the face with a fucking gun. But A.B. Fisher, she also made pornos. Those were good, too. She was banging this old guy with gray hair. You ever see that one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
You haven't done enough coke, Reese. I had explored so many, like the pages I would reach.
Funny and true.
The pages I would reach on coke binges on my iPad and just trying to fucking recharge your iPad, hanging over the bed with a fucking wet noodle dick that's red from you fucking shit out of it, nothing happening. But yeah, listen, this has been another episode of the Big T Show. My man Reese, thanks for holding down. And listen, I've been doing notes because that's what professionals are supposed to do. And listen, this is what pops into my head that I text to myself, stuff that comes up. Now listen, each week is going to be different, but this is what happens in my head. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. This is real thoughts and real shit that really happened to me. But Reese, thank you for holding it down.
Yeah,
remember, be the person you are when you're hot. See you next week. Later.